Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna ge förut. Det finns ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för dig baby. De här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger är min tid. Jag vill ha dig. Du får mig känna safety. Vi kan nog leda dig baby. Och jag kommer aldrig
Welcome, how y'all doing?
Aldrig kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Varje gång jag bak på dig jag tänker
Hello. How are you all doing? Welcome. I am Tirra, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and you know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And yeah, this is our Inspired Goddess morning circle, and it's all about the women gathering, all of the goddesses here. We call ourselves the G-Hive. So welcome. I'm all things women, all things goddess, all things tapping and tuning into the beauty, the wonder, the glory of the goddess within and the goddess without. And using things like astrology, which is ancient, we're reaching back, grabbing onto ancient tools and wisdom to help us navigate this modern world. And I love looking at what is the moon up to? What is that moon doing? Well, we have a new moon coming up. And so that's our focus of today's circle. That new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio. Yeah, some of the G-Hive is already here. How are you, Shannon? Hey, Queen. How are you? And we also have Mystic Storm. How are you, Queen? Good to see you. So, yeah, it's really, wow. This is an interesting time. I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie. It feels like there's so much going on. There's just so much energy, so much going on in terms of just what's happening in people's individual lives. Some people are feeling a little bit stressed. Some people are feeling like they're just kind of out there free floating. So yeah, Scorpio is always going to be bringing it. And, 2024 is just proven to be like the kind of year that said, everybody want to just give all the credit to 2020, 2021, 2022. But me in 2023, we got attitudes. We want to show y'all we can bring it too. So yeah, it's a trip. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this this new moon in Scorpio and all the intensity that's there, and how can we use this energy to take us in a new direction. I don't know if I put this in the description box of this video, so I'll make sure I add it if I didn't. But when I did the weekly astrology yesterday, I thought somebody might be out there struggling. Somebody might just need a word. And there's all my readings where you can meet with me. They're always open. But I decided just to put out a mini reading offer just in case somebody is really struggling and you just need a quick, word. You need someone to look at your chart. You need somebody to give you an oracle reading, because I always include a pull from one of my decks in the readings. So if you are struggling, get a reading. Oftentimes when we get readings, they pretty much confirm where we are. And sometimes it's not about alleviating anything. It's just like, no, where I am is where I'm supposed to be, even though it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes we just need that. Okay. And so, yeah, get a mini reading. Link should be in the description box if I remember correctly. But if it's not, I will definitely put it there. Let's see here. Who else is here? Yes, Mystic Storm. I'm feeling intense emotions with the Scorpio new moon and Samhain. Yes, that's right. We need to talk about Samhain too. We need to talk about Samhain. The focus of today, outside of the new moon in Scorpio, is the ancestors. That's my focus for Samhain at this point. That's largely what I'm going to look at because I was like, oh, I got the ancestors. I can do that. Hey, Felicia, how are you, big sis? Grand Rising Minister Ocean Kimmy, how are you? Good morning, Queen Azizi. How are you? Still learning. How are you? I was wondering if you were going to make it here at some point because I know I just got back. So it's good to see you. Good to see you. 2024 tested the lessons from past years. I love that, Mystic Storm. That is a really good way of looking at this year. Tested the lessons from past years. I could not agree more. Okay, so what is everybody drinking? Thank you all so much for being here, G-Hive. We are the bestest community on the interwebs here on YouTube. Our community is the best. I know other people try to say theirs is, but nah, none like ours. None like ours. Okay. This morning I said I'm gonna drink out of my gutsy mug. Scorpio feel it's a gutsy energy. It's a very gritty, all in kind of like, baby, we're gonna make this work one way or the other type of energy. Okay. Woo! So what are you drinking this morning? I just have water, simple, beautiful, glorious water. We're just so grateful for all of the water. Mm-mm-mm. Something that we take advantage of, a lot of times because it's just so abundant. It's like air. Yes. Hey, good to be here. Been a while. Azizi, been feeling ancestors strongly the past few weeks. Veil is thin. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. 2024, transmutation year. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. You're going from Scorpion to Phoenix to Eagle for real. I love that. That's a transformation. That is very much a transformation. So Shango, when you fully wake up, okay. Shango, and yes, the guts. You have to be gutsy when you're going through that transformation. What'd you say? Going from Scorpion to Phoenix to Eagle. Gotta have some guts. Azizi is drinking water. Ah, ah, ah. Shannon is drinking cafecito. Giving it up for all the Puerto Ricans out there. We love Puerto Rico. I'm drinking a root chakra tea blend. Okay, excuse me. Let me focus on this right here. A root chakra blend tea blend. Okay. And she added red raspberry leaf because my cycle is now synced with the new moons after the eclipses. Well, look at you. That is super cool. I remember at the end of mine, I was it seems like I bled with the full moon. Should have been a clue. You're at the end, Tyra. I could never get my cycle to sync with the new moon closer to the end of my period life, I should say. Before my coffee though, I had green and peach turmeric tea. Okay, that sounds delicious. Always tea or water getting up. Got you. Exactly. I've been there. Mm-mm-mm. Uh-uh-uh. Okay, so if you would get your candle, if you have one. If not, I have a candle for all of us. We're stitching in, but we're stitching in with the ancestors. I know last week we called on the ancestors, and we're calling on them again this week with a special emphasis and focus on the ancestors, just remembering and honoring all of our ancestors. We're sending light and love to the ancestors who are stuck, who are dark deceased. We send you light and love, and we send you on your way. And we thank you for highlighting the for us any areas of stuckness that maybe come from the family or just maybe our own personal challenges that we have. And we thank you for highlighting those dark deceits. But we release you, we let you go, we send you on your way, and we thank you for reminding us or helping us to make sure that we take a different path and remain steady and on the straight and narrow course to being enlightened ancestors once we get to the other side. We want to give thanks and honor to our ancestors of light on whose shoulders we stand. Ancestors of light, thank you so much for working with us. Thank you for leading, guiding, directing us, for being our major proponents on our spirit teams. Sometimes ancestors, people believe in the angels are helping them. And I always, ever since learning about you, I just have always believed that you all are guardian angels. You have a vested interest in us. And for that, we say thank you. And we just honor you for living your life so that we may live. And we just ask you to be here and sit with us in council today. And whatever it is that we need to learn from you during this solemn time, we ask that you bring that wisdom to us. Help us to see beyond the veil and to get the wisdom to understand the next leg of the mission that we're on. To also to help us to understand what is it that, and give us the courage to release whatever it is that we don't need anymore. Whatever no longer serves us, just as Solomon comes in with this beautiful reminder of release and let go. So, ancestors of light, be with us here today. We light this candle in your honor and in your memory. And we are going to stitch in today by, if you would, stitch in with what are you bringing into the circle today? And name at least one ancestor. It could be your own ancestor, or it could be what I call a world ancestor, somebody from history that you feel aligned with. Say that. You can type that in. So for me, today I am bringing in a little heaviness, but also a lot of love because I'm here with you all. And the ancestor, y'all know who I'm going to name, my mother. I'm calling on my mother. I'm also going to call on my grandmothers, May Rose and Ella May. My grandfathers, Carl McWade and Money Powell Sr. I'm going to call on my ancestors. Always calling in Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and Hatshepsut from Egypt. All right, let me see what y'all have. Oh, I know it's early out that way. Yes. Wealth Rising, how are you, Keita May? That's right. Azizi Stitching in Peace. Calling in Juanita Christine Strother and Grandma Bessie. Yes, sister. Yes. Juanita Christine Strother. Nice. Okay. I will wait to see what other sisters are sharing as I go. We have Mystic Storm stitching in with release. I'm calling on Eartha Kitt. Oh my gosh. I love Eartha Kitt. Thank you for calling her in. My goddess. I love Eartha Kitt so much. Shannon, San Fran area joy. I'm Ocean Kimmy, and I'm stitching in with gratitude. I'm calling on my grandma, Lily. Aww. Still learning, bringing in excitement, calling in Grandma Osceola. We got some beautiful names here. Beautiful, beautiful names. Calling them in Yeah, and so we are in this season of Samhain. Well, Samhain's tomorrow, and we are. Yesterday, I described it as the balsamic moon in my video. Um, it definitely feels very balsamic to me, and the balsamic moon phase is truly a time where it's not an active phase of the moon. It's very receptive, and it's a time where there is truly a release before we can be rebirthed in something new into something new. We have to release and let go of the old. That's what this feels like on this day right before the new moon, definitely in the balsamic moon phase. But Samhain feels to me like the balsamic moon phase. And people who are born in the balsamic moon phase are actually very, very wise people. You got to think about the goddess Oya, the crone face of the goddess. This is the energy that is, the wise woman. Deep, deep, deep wisdom is in the crone. And so that's something I want us to really open ourselves up to as we, go through today, and then also think about going into Samhain, this deep wisdom. And sometimes the thing about the balsamic moon phase is it's not all the time what you want to hear. Sometimes it'll feel like you don't fully understand it, or maybe it doesn't sound like it's the right thing to do. But I want us to really put ourselves in that receptive mode to receive the wisdom, the deep wisdom of this time, because it's Scorpio, and Scorpio doesn't do anything on the surface. Scorpio goes deep. Did y'all see I put the purple frame around? That's because I wanted to bring in this energy of Scorpio, which purple is one of the colors of Scorpio. So yeah, I want us to be doing that. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to work with the goddess Oya. I'm going to talk about the moon, but I really want to make sure I don't want to just be information. I want us to do things where we are having embodied experiences. Oh, yeah. So if you have any oil with you right now, I want you to anoint yourself. If you can't do it now, I want you to do it later or tomorrow. Anoint yourself, your energy and your aura. Just put it on your skin. Yeah, when we anoint ourselves with different oils, it helps us energetically to be able to receive. I love oil anointing, to be honest with you. That's ancient right there. Okay, so I want to call in the energy of Oya. I'm going to call in the energy of Oya. So, Oya is the goddess that has to do with Nigeria. And or she's out of Nigeria, and she is crone face of the goddess. I connect Oya to the energy of Scorpio. She is quintessential Scorpio, because I want y'all to understand we are truly in a time of rebirth. We are in a time of just that moment before we fully come out on the other side. Yesterday, I talked about we're at this point called transition. That's Scorpio, baby. We're in transition phase, and it can feel chaotic and hectic. And so when we are in these kinds of phases, it's just so important for us to connect with the goddess. That's her thing. You need somebody to help you transform, transmute, alchemize, move into a new phase. Oh yeah. All right. And one of the things that I want to, before I invoke her, I just want to say this too. One of the things that we have to remember about Oya is you have to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you can weather the uncomfortableness of the storm, when you get to the other side, baby, it's going to be sunlight there. So let me just say this invocation for Oya. Beloved Oya, twirls and swirls. We hear your name in the howls of the wind. Goddess of the storms, in the gentle breeze or the harsh, relentless winds, we feel your essence. Mother of nine, we are your daughters. Come to us, teaching us your way of sorcery and magic. Warriors goddess, shield us, protect us, strengthen us in battle when we need to call forth on the warrior goddess within. Queen of the sword, let the sword cut through illusions and deceit to help us to see clearly the truth in all situations. Mistress of the ceremony, keep our ancestor spirits with our last breath on this earth. May you guide us as you did upon your first breath as newborns. Queen of the marketplace, you always find us great deals. May your gifts of great intelligence and shrewd business sense be with us now and always. Lady of the winds, let your winds destroy and sweep away that which does not serve us any longer. Goddess of transformation, ease us into positive change like the alchemist. May we be transformed into our most positive, authentic selves. We honor you, welcome you now. Oya, hail and welcome. Oya, ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, I got the wrong book. Shoot. Okay, so yes, Oya. She also, you find Oya also at the graveyard. So that's another reason that we are working with Oya right now. It's all about going into the darkness. And so we want to work with this goddess as we go into this new moon, all the lessons of the new moon, just how this new moon is going to play out. It will be through working with Oya. Now, you can call on a different goddess. You don't have to call on Oya. That's who I like working with. But whichever version of the goddess that you love working with, who is the dark face of the goddess, that is the goddess for you. Now, I do want to just kind of remind you all of the heroine's journey. And the heroine's journey goes down into the depths, into the darkness. So I want you to embrace the heroine's journey that you're on. I want you to think about what journey are you on right now? What heroine's journey are you on? It's taking you down into the depths of who you are. And on the other side, can you see where you're headed to? Scorpio is all about empowerment. Maybe you're on a journey to stand more in your power right now. Okay. So what are you doing on this heroine's journey? What's going on? Because that's where we are right now. If you have another goddess that you want to call on, I know Shannon a lot of times works with the goddesses out of Latin America, Caribbean tradition. I would love to hear that. Some may work with the Egyptian deities. Yeah. Or whatever. Okay, let me find out where did I finish off. Okay. I'm Felicia and I'm stitching in with grounding, calling in Lillian. Beautiful. When I saw Lillian, okay, my mother's Lily. We have Ocean Kimmy's grandma, Lily. My mama's Lily, and Felicia's bringing in Lillian. So, okay, I'm seeing a theme there. Lilith, maybe you want to work with Lilith. I think something is going on with Lilith. I can't remember. Anywho, let me stay focused. Good morning, Tamika from Arkansas. Oh my goodness, we have someone from Arkansas. Yes, the veil is thinning. Woo, that is true. Ayoka, how are you? Ekaro, how are you, Queen? I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hekua, Oya. Nice. Bliss is here. Hello, Goddess Bliss. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I love how we are connecting with each other. Beautiful. Okay. I'm stitching in with transformation. I'm calling in my grandmothers, Maddie May and Willa Louise May, my auntie Naomi, great grandma Phoebe, and both great grams Gertrude. Love that they both have the same name. Okay, my Oya altar right behind me. It's tingling. Wow. Wow. Okay, you're tingling. So that's something that I want to encourage you to do if you don't already have an ancestral altar. Maybe set one up for someone to honor your ancestors. You know, I believe in honoring the ancestors every day. I believe in walking and talking with the ancestors on a regular basis because, like I said, they are truly our guardian angels. They have a vested interest in our lives. And when we need something, the ancestors are so close because they walk with us. I was at my graduation from Spelman College. Maya Angelou spoke, and she told us this is the first time I had ever heard anybody talk about the ancestors like this. She said, "Hey, when you go on your jobs, just on those job interviews, take your ancestors with you, and you'll walk in the room, and people will say it's just something about you." And she says, "It's all them ancestors that paid the price for you to be where you are today." And so it's so good for us to honor the ancestors every day. But this is a special season as we go into Samhain, and we can start honoring the ancestors in a big way. It's like a big ancestral party, and it just boosts and elevates the energy and our connection to the ancestors. So thank you for reminding me. I said I was going to say that. Oh yeah, with grace and ease. Yes, 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 yes. Set up y'all's altar. Set up y'all's altar. Thank you, Bliss. I appreciate you. Yes, please, if y'all would like the video, it really does help. Make sure my videos get shown because I'm telling y'all, if I don't put out videos and people aren't liking and sharing them, it is true. People say the algorithm is not really a thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So thank y'all for helping me out like that. All right, sis. I know, I'm so happy. Yes, so glad you made it. Ah. Yes, the veil is very, very thin. Very thin. Felicia, firekeeper in the house. That's good. Invite those ancestors. Woo, yes. Mm-mm-mm. The ancestors are always there. They are just there helping us out. It is amazing. Okay, so let me pull up the astrology. And I have to be honest with y'all, I I'm looking at this kind of cold with you all. I just have to be 100 with you all. I've looked at the chart, but I haven't like written notes out or anything. So y'all are gonna just kind of see this happen for me off the top of my head. So let's look at this chart. I'm gonna look at this chart. See, does this one look better? I think I can see this one better fully. Okay. So we have this Scorpio moon, and there's always three signs that are mixed up in the moon, and one of the signs is the actual sign that the moon is in, and then it's going to be another sign that is connected to water. So if it's within the first 10 degrees, it would be Scorpio. And then if it's in the next 10 degrees, decan is what we call this, then it would be Pisces. And then the last one would be Cancer. It's just an astrology technique. So that's just how it rolls. Okay. So this moon is at 9 degrees, which means it's within the first decan. And so it's double Scorpio. It's double transformation. It is double change. It is potent, it is powerful, it is deep. And it's a new moon. So I want y'all to remember with the new moon, it's like we get to renew ourselves in terms of all things scorpionic. And you kind of want to be thinking about, where do you need to change? Where does the transformation need to happen? And Scorpio can help ease the way. Even though sometimes change can be painful, when we work with the energy, then it helps us to kind of ease on in there. Okay. So yeah, so it has this double potency of Scorpio. And again, another thing that I want to bring in is research. And it's like taking this time to go deep, and just so for people who have to do research of some sort, or you just may feel like you really want to do some type of deep, deep research. Scorpio is great for that, because Scorpio brings intensity and obsession. It wants to get to the root of the problem. So it's kind of like, we're just going to keep looking at this thing until we can just pull away all the weeds and, all the muck, all the mire. Because I want y'all to remember, Scorpio is like, it truly is this energy that can alchemize a thing. Let's see here. What's another way I want to describe it? I want you to think about diamonds, going deep into the earth, into those caves, and it's like you just keep tapping into or chipping away at all the stuff that's there, but within it is this thing of great, great value. Okay, high worth. And again, I always use the example is, think about diamonds and oil, and how humans like to just dig down there. They're willing to risk people's lives. I've given up talking about fracking, because I don't know what's going to happen in this country with this fracking business or whatever. But people want to frack and get down there, even though maybe it's not going to help the earth. That's how rich. When we dig deep down inside of ourselves, that richness is there. That is the heroine's journey, is to go deep down beyond all the hurt, the limiting beliefs, the wounding, chip away at all of it. Scorpio is this energy that has to do with death and rebirth. Okay. So it's kind of like, in order for us to do that, we have to go deep down inside of ourselves. And then it allows us to open up, die, and then be rebirthed again into something brand new. One thing about Scorpio is, there's no end for Scorpio. Scorpio is like, oh, I will regenerate myself. It is this energy of regeneration. So it's kind of like, where do you need to be regenerated? This moon is a very healing moon. It can definitely help you regenerate yourself in some way. It all depends on where it is in your chart, but you can sense it. You can feel where you need regeneration. I would love to hear from anyone who knows where they need to be regenerated. I will say, I'm not working on my health, but it's not that I need to regenerate my health. It's like I need to regenerate um my approach to my body and my health and my well-being and all of that. So, woo, 9 degrees. I just noticed it's opposite my moon. Snap. Guess it's gonna happen, people. Guess it's gonna happen. So yeah, regeneration. Now, wounding is another thing that Scorpio is all about. So this is sort of like a moon where it's like, hey, we're gonna be bringing up where you need to be healed. And I want y'all to remember that the wounding is in Scorpio, but also the healing balm is in Scorpio also. That's why Scorpio is so good at regenerating itself. It's like it crashes and burns, and then it rebirths itself. And the way it's able to rebirth itself is all of this deep, profound wisdom. I want y'all to make sure in your new moon rituals that you do some readings for yourself. Listen to, other astrology outside of this video, and because that's Scorpio. Scorpio is divination. Scorpio is deep, deep, ancient wisdom. But I want you to be understanding that this wisdom lies within you. Um, it's also about things that are taboo. I don't think about the taboo piece, the Scorpio, but I want y'all to see where, for me, I guess I always feel taboo. That's what always comes to my mind. As soon as I think taboo, I'm like, my spirituality is taboo. Are they gonna get me? So anything taboo is like, to me, as long as we are keeping it appropriate, nobody's getting hurt, that kind of thing. Sometimes taboo is just the world needs taboo, baby. The world needs some taboo stuff right now. Woo. Um, so yeah. Okay, so Scorpio is also about money, but it's other people's money. It's shared resources. Do you need to set a new moon intention around that? It could be your spouse's money or your partner's money, something with a business partner. Do you need a loan, or are you applying for a grant, a scholarship, fellowship? Scorpio is all about that. Do you need to do some planning in terms of like wills? That's something you can set a new moon intention around. Also, Scorpio is about taxes. So, do you need to set some new moon intentions around your taxes? It's definitely a sign that has to do with money. And I find it brings up a lot about taxes. Sometimes, me and my husband shared resources comes up, but for me right now, it's just taxes, paying these taxes as a solopreneur. Guess to stay on them, baby. Okay, so the third energy in this particular moon, let's see here, we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. So we also have Aquarius in this. That's interesting. Aquarius is about making progress. So this is a new moon. Oh, let me backtrack. Scorpio is about strategy. It's a very strategic sign. And so what strategy do you want to come up with, or what comes to you? Maybe you have the strategy, or maybe you need to intuit the strategy, but it's all about a strategy that will allow you to make progress. So I'm curious to hear from you. Is that something that's coming up for you? But it's definitely something that you can do with this new moon. It's always about, with the new moon, if you don't have it, you're setting the intentions to receive it. If you already have it, say for instance, the strategy, you're calling in this new moon to help you to continue, using that thing, whatever it is. So in this case, we're talking about a strategy. So if you already have the strategy, you just need to make it happen. You can set a new moon intention around, Scorpio, help me to stick and stay, make progress on this strategy, and that will win. So that's fixed energy in this moon with using the degrees, because Scorpio is fixed. So we got double Scorpio, plus we have Aquarius. That is a fixed. Let me see here. Did I do that right? Yeah, that is a fixed sign. So this moon can actually really help you stick and stay. It can help you to really stay the course. Because Scorpio, whether you love or hate Scorpios or not, if you get a Scorpio in your corner, that Scorpio will be there for life. They will not leave you. They might possess you, and I'm saying that jokingly, y'all. I'm saying it jokingly. But Scorpios are just kind of like all in. It's all in energy. Okay. So that's the kind of energy that this moon has. It has like all in energy, stick and stay. We're going to get there until the end. And especially with that Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is also very sciencey. So this is like a really good moon for being strategic and getting some things done. All right. You know, Aquarius is also about community, and we could say friend groups when we're thinking about, or collectives when we're thinking about the individual. But Aquarius is actually a sign that's more about society. And so this new moon, change and transformation regarding society or some larger collective. And it's Aquarius is about broadcasting some message. I want to believe that it's a healing message, but like Felicia said, or y'all with grace and ease. The message of change and transformation, I think, will be out there on the airwaves quite a bit. If you want a podcast or a YouTube channel or to really use technology in some way, this is a new moon that can help you to really get that energy behind making all of that happen. We talked about Oya being one of the goddesses of the marketplace. She's a queen of the marketplace. So yeah, if you want a business, I want to just go on ahead and put it out there. We're just going to tie in all the traditions with this one. So yeah, if you want a business, I think this would be really good, especially if you want an online business, because it's Aquarius. So that's the first little bit that I want to share. I want to just see, what are you all saying? Here's Cancers go again. Yes, we are investigators, detectives, and spiritual surgeons. That is so good. That's right, still learning. I forgot. Yes. Ah. All the Scorpios are like, yep. Ah. Oh, I love that. When a bone breaks, it heals stronger than before. That's most Scorpios. This is truth. This is truth. We're just going to go with it, still learning. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. What did Shannon say? Oh, she said that's correct. It's always nice to have the nurses here. Yes, 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 yes. I'm kind of looking at all the quotes. Yeah, the Scorpios get such a bad reputation, but we're good people. I'm a Scorpio rising. Congratulations! Woohoo! Love that, Shannon. Love that. So yeah, you'll have to let us know. You'll have to let us know so we can listen. We'll have to listen to it. Okay, so let's go into this next phase of talking about this moon. So, yeah, Mercury is not super close to this moon, but Mercury's still in Scorpio. There's still that energy that's there in Scorpio. So, there's could be a transformation in terms of our minds. Maybe there needs to be a puring, a detoxification, a purging, a releasing when it comes to our minds. Or maybe there needs to be a purge, clearing, detoxification so that we can make progress. Maybe the gold and the treasure that we're looking for as we do these deep digs within ourselves is purging and releasing so that we can actually start moving and making progress. I will say the one thing about this moon, I want to connect it to Mars is going retrograde at the top of December. And it's kind of like you're setting the stage for that retrograde Mars, because when Mars is retrograde, it's more like Scorpio than it is like Aries. Mars retrograde on some level could be easier for Scorpios, but at the end of the day, Scorpios, in my opinion, we potentially could struggle because our planet is moving backwards. And so I feel tired a lot of times when Mars is retrograde. But it is such a good time for strategy. So I want y'all to kind of see this as like the pre-work for that Mars retrograde when it starts going retrograde, because yeah, it's gonna be retrograde most of December, all of January, most of February. And so yeah, it'll be a nice time to be coming up with some strategy. And then Venus goes retrograde in March of next year. And I'm just like, this is too much. I need all these planets to not do me like this. Okay. So yeah. So we have Mercury there. It's another social planet. Mercury is small groups. It's our local community. So something around that, some transformation might be coming in that regard. Uh, what else do I want to tell you about Mercury? Oh, it is about trips and moving to and fro. So, maybe we're going to do some healing trips of some sort. Maybe we want to get out in our local community and get to know one another. One thing I said I was going to do, because I'm back to teaching my African dance, is finally get to doing local women's circles. So that's something I'm thinking about doing, but maybe there's something out there for you. Maybe you want to lead the circles, or you are a healer and you want to do work locally. But maybe you just want to get out and do some things that are healing, or, you know, it's this kind of energy where maybe you want to do some genealogy. You go to the library and, you look up your genealogy and that kind of thing. I will say that Mercury is, we can say it's opposite Uranus, but it's I'll just put it this way. There is definitely this energy in this new moon that is kind of like you'll have to maintain a little bit of balance. It's kind of like doing a lot of things that are new, balancing it out with maybe like sticking with a tried and true methodology. That's how I'll say that. Okay, so the other thing that I love about this moon is it is trine Saturn, which is retrograde. Okay. So that's two water signs. That's another reason why I'm like, this is a really healing moon. I believe that this moon can help us to maybe trust ourselves more in terms of our intuition. Some of the Pisces might be full of doubt. I just gotta let y'all know. Some Pisces, if Saturn is near one of your planets right now, you could feel doubtful or a little bit negative, but other people might just be kind of like feeling like they are wanting to trust their intuition even more. But Saturn is always about this energy that can help make something crystallize, especially through using a plan. So I love that. You have this energy of Saturn, which is like, let's have a plan. We're going to take some tried and true steps, step by step by step by step. We're going to stay the course and we're going to get there. And it's all through having structure and boundaries. This is part of what will make you successful with this new moon energy. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's one thing that I'm gonna say. With Saturn and Pisces trining this moon, that is beautiful. In my mind, Saturn is a planet of success. So do you want to be successful? Saturn is saying, do what I say do, which is have a plan, be disciplined. This is a moon that says patience is a virtue. You want to have some patience with this moon, and you want to build up your endurance so that you can stick and stay. It's like you got to be in this thing for the long haul. So, whatever you're setting your intentions for, you want to be patient and just say, I'm going to hang in there no matter what until I get to the end. Okay. Mm. Now, Saturn is retrograde. So maybe what we want to be thinking about is Saturn might be saying, hey, you need to go back and revisit. Let's see here. Maybe you need to revisit your spiritual practices. Maybe you need to revisit what's in your subconscious mind that is a block that's preventing you from doing what it is that you want to do, and do some work with the subconscious mind. And y'all know I have all kinds of healing tools and kits. I'm opening up my store soon. I'm going to share it with you all. It's public, but I just need to get a few more items in there. But I have um, healing toolkits that are centered around hypnosis. The best way to shift and create a shift in your life is through working on the subconscious mind. And that is what Saturn is bringing up. And it's kind of like Saturn is saying, hey, you really need to see what's there that's creating these blockages, that's not serving you. So you might want to be doing some work in the subconscious mind. Saturn is also like, hey, Pisces is about having a spiritual practice. And maybe you need some more structure around that spiritual practice. You've been a little bit like Pisces, loosey goosey, on some days, off other days. But Saturn is like, I need you to be consistent, because that is Saturn. Saturn is consistent day by day by day in your spiritual practices. The last little bit about Pisces is it's very creative. And so, Saturn is saying, I don't know if there was some creative project you've been working on and you haven't finished it, because Saturn says, hey, we need to finish this thing. And so, is there something creatively you've been working on, but you haven't finished it yet? This Saturn might be bringing it up for this new moon for you to take care of it. Maybe work that strategy around it or something like that. Or, it's like you aren't working with your creative energies and you need to get it channeled so that you can actually take what's in the imagination. Pisces is the imagination, and bring it into reality. And I believe that this moon can help you with that. And it's probably not anything new. It's something that you already has started. I would love to hear from y'all, around that also. Major trigger warning. This is so scorpionic. Scorpio is all about the trigger warning. What'd you say? Shocking events. That is Scorpio. Scorpio is just kind of like dramatic highs and lows, right? So I love it. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Wow. Good job. Good job, Shannon. Hello. 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 Okay. Do you have tips for empaths connecting with community? It's challenging, yeah, caring for people and witnessing them being destructive. I'm emotionally detaching and trying not to go back to my cave. Ooh, I think that empaths need to honor their empathic nature and just, decide how long can you stay in, and then, when do you need to leave, and then when you leave, you need to take care of your energetic body, or maybe your physical body, release and let go. How do you do that? That is so scorpionic. It's just kind of like, let me purge and release. Think about the animals. Our dogs, they shake it off. What do cats do? Do cats shake? I guess you kind of see them shake their paws, but there's nothing like those dogs that shake. Ooh, when they feel stressed or whatever, they'll shake. Even little babies, you'll see them shake, so you could do something like that. You have to just make decisions. I'm just not going to pick it up. I'm just not. One thing that I said, Mystic, years ago, probably when I was about your age, I remember thinking, I can't do for somebody else like the great mother can do. And I'm going to let the great mother take care of that person. So this would be the energy of Yemaya, Yemoja. What she teaches is, it's like we help people when we're called to help them, but we have to trust the divinity within them. We have to trust that the greater spirit can do more for them than we can do. And if we're called to do something, then we do it. We want to, at all costs, stay away from any form of codependency, feeling like we need to fix somebody. Here's another thing I did. I changed my world paradigm to believing in the power of each individual. Now, if it's a child in need, I'm not like, oh, well, I'm sure they're going to figure it out. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about somebody who's like in crisis and in need. We're talking about those social situations where we're looking and it's just like, as an empath, immediately, something is wrong with that couple. Oh my goodness, what's going on with them? And you can't help but see it. You can't not see it as an empath, right? Um, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I know they have the power of the divine that resides within them. And when it is time for them to tap into that and get wisdom and clarity around what direction they need to go in, I know they're going to get it. And I always say, I have this thing with myself. I'll say, if I get the opportunity, if that person asks me directly what my thoughts are, I will give them. Otherwise, like the little dog in Men in Black, Frank, because that is a powerful, powerful being. I know they're gonna be okay. And a lot of times what ends up happening is when I show up, it may be some conversation that we have, the group has, and I say something and it really touches that person. I may not even know that it touches the person until a long time, down the road. I had someone, a young sister, say to me, I've only seen her twice in recent times, and she was like, "I am so grateful for you because you showed up. This is helping my marriage." I'm like, we hadn't even talked about her marriage. I don't know anything, right? But sometimes just showing up in the room and being your authentic self. Empaths are naturally we just exude healing energy. It will just make a difference for someone else, and that's all we need to do. So that's how I look at it. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, yeah, good. Oh, this is a good one. I use black tourmaline to help protect me from those energies. Yes, 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 yes. Crystals, that's a good one. I also sometimes, if I know I'm gonna be around a lot of people, I put on a lot of shea butter. That's just what works for me. Okay, so let's look at Mars. What's Mars doing? Mars is tripping. Mars is tripping right now. Okay, on the day of the new moon, all I could think was the universe is funny. The universe be trying to I'm like, you got jokes, universe. You got jokes. So y'all remember I told you this Scorpio moon has like double Scorpio in it, right? So the 29th degree of a sign to me is kind of scorpionic. It's balsamic. It's like Samhain, right? So Mars, which is the planet of war and fighting, and it's like, think about explosive things, like fire and firecrackers or bombs and that kind of thing, is on the 29th degree of Cancer on that day. All right. Which is nice that it's communing with Mercury at that time. I think that what that offers is this get up and go kind of energy. It's like get yourself kicked into gear. But this is truly a moon that has to do a little bit with chaotic things. I just have to be honest with you all. And so maybe there's something that is going to be kicked off that feels chaotic, or highly transformative. We talked about it being highs and lows with Scorpio. So it definitely has that kind of energy in it. Again, balsamic moon phase. 29th degree is that degree just before we go into a new sign. And it's like trying to get up all the energy to shift over into this new thing. So it's a little bit of the old, it's a little bit of the new in the 29th degree, but it's definitely like this last push to get over into the next sign. I personally don't like Mars on the 29th degree of any sign. Most months or most of the time when it shifts, I don't see too much, when it's on that 29th degree, but it's been too many times that I've seen Mars not even doing anything else on that 29th degree and something goes down. Mars is a trip. So yeah. What is Cancer? Cancer is this energy that has to do with home and family. It has to do with emotions. So typically, I don't see the new moon as an emotional moon, but there's a lot of emotion that's going to be wrapped up in this moon. And I want y'all to understand this moon will last for at least 1 year. I want us to understand that this moon is asking us, maybe what it is you've got to transform your inner emotions in order to get what you want. There's this inner work that's just there. Because then we have Saturn over here in Pisces. And we even still have Neptune here on the 27th degree. So it's communing with Mars and Mercury, all in water signs. And so there's something about really doing this emotional work. Maybe it's kind of like, think about the emotions that come up when you need to do whatever this new thing is, and how are they helping you or hurting you, preventing you from getting to where you want to go. Also, this gives you alchemization of any type of emotions that are hurting you. Maybe there's some mother wound issues for some people that will need to be addressed. Now, I believe some of it can be very healing, and you can make a lot of progress around it. But the other piece of this is that Mars is opposite Pluto. To me, this is the stressful part of this moon. Pluto is like Scorpio. So, and it's on the 29th degree. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, what is 6 times? I'll put it that way. Scorpio to the 6th power. Let us all take a collective breath. You talk about change and transformation. With Mars being opposite Pluto, it's there now. My goddess. That is deep, profound, oya, snatching edges. I just got to be honest with y'all type of energy. Can't lie to you. I cannot lie. I have to tell you the truth. But the good news about oya, if you've ever been through that oya experience, and most everybody who is here has been through an oya experience, it almost feels like so painful going through, but then when you get to the other side, it's so much beauty. It's so much wonder, so much glory. I see Oya as the goddess who loves you so much that she ain't gonna just let you act any old kind of way. She's that goddess that's just like, we don't do that here. And I can't let you go out like that. And yeah. So yeah, this is a rough energy with all the other good energy that's there. These two, it would be a different story if they were, I mean, it would still be kind of hard if they were just on a different degree, but because they're both on the 29th degree. Now, Pluto has been on this 29th degree before. So more than likely, it's kind of like pushing you, like, girl, just go on ahead, and we getting ready to take care of this. We're just gonna take care of it, and we're not gonna be struggling like this anymore. It's enough. Because Pluto won't be back to that 29th degree. Mars will be back to that 29th degree. So really pay attention as to what's coming up. Um, yeah, definitely this birth death, birth, rebirth type birth, death, rebirth type of energy. Um, transformation just before you're getting ready to be birthed anew. So I really do believe in order for us to manifest whatever it is that we need to with this moon, we're gonna have to really and truly become somebody new. You have who do you need to become in order to manifest the thing that you want to manifest with this moon? Who do you need to become? Who do you need to be? That's what has to happen. And this moon is going to help you to be able to do that. Okay. So uh yeah, Venus is opposing uh Jupiter at this moon also. Excuse me, yeah, Venus is opposing Jupiter. So again, there's like this energy around you just really need to have balance in what you're doing. Balance, balance, balance your energy. So, so important. I believe also with all of this water energy, the feminine way is the way to go. You really want to make sure that you are tapping into your intuition, trusting your intuition, talking to your spirit guides, working with your ancestors. It's just all this, spiritual work or these spiritual powers, I think can really play in your favor. Yeah, we need the strategy, but you got to do number one, the healing work. And number two, you've got to tap into your intuition and your spiritual tools and all of that. That will help you. Yeah, make sure just as you move forward, balance. There's just so many oppositions in this moon. There's a lot of balance that is needed. But we do have that grand water trine, you know. So there's definitely a miracle, I think, that will happen for you over the next year. It could be a small miracle, y'all. Sometimes everything doesn't have to just be like this big whatever. Sometimes the greatest gifts come in the form of these tiny little miracles. So open yourself up for that. But anywho, so Venus opposition Jupiter is going to be sort of like another thing to think about with this moon is your belief system, and does it allow you to move towards that big picture? Okay. Does your belief system allow you to move towards that big picture? Does it allow you to move in the direction of your desires? So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Overall, this moon is so scorpionic. This is a moon of change. This is a moon of transformation. This is a moon of death, rebirth. And it's about completing something as well as really stepping into a new version of yourself to embrace, the next phase that you're going into your life. Mm. Okay, all black crystals will help. Very good. Hi, Vivi Embroidery Queen. Oh, she's got a Shango. Love it. Yes, emotional transformation is key. Yeah, the smallest wins have the biggest impact. Some days I will just be like, Spirit, I need a sign. And I will get boom, like this tiny little thing. And I'm like, whoa, that was amazing. Sometimes it's something that I'll see a sign out driving. I'm like, oh my, are you serious? Like, oh wow. We got this water signs, not our first time dealing with our emotions. Exactly. Hmm. What you said about small miracles reminds me of the quote, when you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. That is powerful. Mm. That's a good one right there. Still learning. That's a good one. Okay, so Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to say about this moon? I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh, okay. So what I want to do is I want to give y'all, I know I'm gonna do at least one Odu, but maybe I'm gonna give another Odu. I forgot to tell you at the beginning, I am going to have I'm gonna open it up for people who want to get their elekes. I've had people recently asking about elekes and wanting to get theirs, and so I just feel like, yeah, it's my time to help people initiate into EFI. Yes, the majority of people we will all just do it online. I know Ocean Kimmy wouldn't mind, but that's how we did her elekes. I say we because there's a priest that I have been working with, but we just did all of her classes and everything online. Azizi is no, Azizi was in person. But we did everything online, and so we can do it that way. You don't have to come here, even though I'm thinking about making it, if people want to come and do part of the ceremony in person, they can. But I'll put out a wait list. And any brothers watching, no offense, but it's for women only. I'm not initiating men, except for the one young lady, her husband. He can come through, but otherwise, any men want to initiate, you got to go through Baba Omitosin, because I'm just, know, I love the men's. I got a husband and sons, nephews, brothers, a dad, but my work is with the women's. But anywho, I will put out a wait list, so if you're interested, I can get you that information. So I want to talk about uh, oh, I want to talk about this Odu Osa. This is the energy of Oya. And I just want to share additional wisdom in addition to um, the new moon or the astrology. So Oya, these are the wisdom texts, and there are Orisha that speak through each wisdom text, and this one in particular is Oya. Oya is related to the winds of change, and that's what this new moon is all about. Winds of change. And it's highly active energy and brings with it sweeping change and the benefits that come with it. Because I think a lot of times people don't like change because by nature we like stability. It's just part of being a human. So we have to kind of train ourselves to embrace change will bring benefits. All right. So with OSA, there could be increased communication, dialogue, and interaction, as well as exchange. So, the Mercury is there, Uranus is there. That is actually very on point with the specific moon. Not all the time with Scorpio moon, but this one in particular, that's actually correct. Look at this. I hadn't even looked at this morning. Balance is indicated to ensure blessings uh, result instead of disruption. I see that in the astrology. Wow. So this is a good sentence. It's why it's bolded. It's impossible to remain static with Osa when Osa is speaking. Osa asks one to sacrifice their current condition in order to prosper, willing and temporary release of stability in order to establish a new foundation. And I remember one year when I did a reading for myself for the year, um, it was Osa, and I was terrified. But that's exactly how it was. It was like I had to be willing to let go of the position that I had in order to step into something new. That's exactly how it worked. Osa can feel a little painful, uncomfortable. But when we continue to let ourselves know, be comfortable with be comfortable with being uncomfortable, then it just is kind of like, I'm just doing what I got to do. It's just like, this is just where I am right now. Willing and temporary release of stability in order to establish a new foundation. Do not get too comfortable with where you are, and know that you may feel like you're hanging in the balance until this time passes. So that is Osa. I'm going to pull a card from my Oracle deck. I think I'm going to start off with Moon Magic. Let me see, what are y'all saying? Okay. I will put the list. I will put out a you can, it'll be a little form that you can fill out and sign up. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I guess I just needed to get to a point where with these a.k.a, kind of like I had to get to know myself as a priestess, because it's so easy to get boxed into doing what everybody else is doing. But I'm like, I can do a.k.a and the goddess. Let's see here. Okay, I need to, something is not right here. I don't know what I did. Hold on, y'all. These cards are all over the place. We're going to pull wisdom for this new moon. What would you like us to know about this new moon? Remember, y'all, new moon, new beginnings. And I want y'all to not think that this moon is just right now. This energy is being set for the next at least year. Could be a little bit longer. What do you want us to know, Oracle? I'm shuffling. Okay. So, all right. Woo. So, the first card I pulled, I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. It's called the Moon Dust card. I don't think I've ever pulled that before. Alrighty. Oh, okay. I kind of like this one. I'm so petty. It's like, oh, it's a good one. Okay, thank you. All right. Keywords: joy, surprises, and wonder. This is a lovely card, and it comes to inform you that a sprinkling of gold moon dust is about to be distributed in your life. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that magic has been activated and wonderful things are about to happen for you and your loved ones. That grand trine in water is one that I think could definitely do that for us, y'all. This card represents a sudden, unexpected turn of events that leads you to a place of great joy and happiness. It might indicate a happy coincidence or a lucky windfall. It's a nice card for those who are feeling a little jaded and in need of a pick-me-up. I'm so grateful. Thank you, mothers, for telling me to use this, because I need to pick me up. It will reignite your sense of wonder and awe at this magical world that we live in. While it's not an energy that sticks around for long, you will know when it's playing out in your life, because you will experience something that simply blows you away. Enjoy it for what it is and take the chance to make some lasting memories. Okay. Thank you. That's why I have to do the oracle readings with astrology, because I do my best to not be too Pollyanna with the astrology and to not be too dark with the astrology. But sometimes it just, when I see certain things, I'm just like, oh my goddess, what does this mean? I'm so scared, So that was nice to do an oracle reading that, that's really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Waning Crescent. Now, that's the balsamic moon phase. That's the balsamic moon phase that I've been talking about, y'all. This is crazy. Okay, let's see what this is, y'all. Okay, waning crescent. The waning crescent card is a magical card indeed, indicating a time of psychic visions, prophetic dreams, and spooky experiences. It is a liminal time as the moon makes the journey from the end of the current cycle towards the next. Therefore, it suggests a time of transition. So, nothing new there. It's a period of leaving the past behind, but taking the lessons you learned with you as you move forward into a new phase in your life with greater wisdom than you had before. That's something we've been talking about today, y'all. This is a time of healing and magic, of dream work and self reflection. When you pull this card, it can mean that you are still feeling the pain of old wounds and scars, that you are not yet fully healed. So be gentle with yourself. A paper cut takes a second to inflict, but days to heal. Give yourself the time needed to get over any old injury, be this physical or emotional, and take positive steps such as counseling towards better mental health and emotional intelligence. Again, that's something we've talked about. This card is also one of strong enchantment. And if you pulled it as your personal card, it would suggest that you have an affinity for magic and spell casting. Come on, Samhain. The waning crescent has very protective energies. So know that you are guarded on your magical path. I love, love, love that. Protective energies. And oh yeah, we talk about her, yeah, with grace and ease, but she's a warrioress. So we can see this, Scorpio is this energy that's just like, if anybody messes with you, I will get them. That's Scorpio. But Scorpio, like Aries, is like, they did what? Aries just gets up and goes in and fights. Scorpio is like, don't even worry about it. Scorpio will plot, it will plan. It's like, you did my friend that way, my loved one that way, you will pay. Very protective energy. So I give thanks. I needed that. I needed that. It's not all just death and destruction. It's also the energy of protection. Asheo. Asheo. Okay. I'll look at the comments in just a minute. Y'all keep commenting. I want to just look at this last one, supermoon. I was kind of excited when I saw this one, but let's see what it says. It says victory, fate, and reassurance. Hallelujah. Success. That's the first word. Success. The supermoon is a card of achievement and success in your endeavors. However, you will be expected to work hard for these achievements, and nothing is going to be handed to you on a plate. Hello, Saturn. Didn't we talk about Saturn with this month? Saturn is a trap. This card declares that a time of triumph is at hand. The success could come in any area of your life, be it love, career, business, family, or an adventure. When it is present in a reading, know that you are about to experience the kind of power surge that only comes from victory. While feeling victorious is a good thing, it can also make people complacent and arrogant. Take care not to let this level of success go to your head and keep your ego in check. Listen to this, maintain a steady progress towards your goals, but do not rush ahead or you will risk burnout. That is this moon. Wow, this deck is just really like tying it all together. There is a sense of fate and destiny to this card and to the achievements that it represents to you personally. Take it as a sign that you're on the right path and that you will eventually emerge triumphant from all that hard work. I am so grateful. The mothers told me to pull from this deck. Woo! that brings everything that we've already talked about with this moon together with that extra, that energy of encouragement. Um, and I want y'all to really think about what intentions are you setting at this moon, and I want you to look for proof that it happened next year this time. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Exactly. Ah. I was watching you on my TV and had to comment on that moon dust. Hey, Uma Bean. It reminds me of glitter bombs. Ooh, and finding glitter months later when I least expect it. I need to learn about these glitter bombs. Isn't that beautiful, Uma Bean? Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah, okay, let's see here. Yes. The shiny stuff was for enhancing love or something. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, one more. I want to pull a goddess card because y'all know we are all things goddess here. Woo! I'm a Scorpio, so Scorpionic stuff doesn't bother me. But sometimes it's like too much Scorpionic stuff. I need Scorpio. Just like we need to we got to pace ourselves, Scorpio. But that reading helped me out. Okay, so who speaks to us from the African goddess rising day? Which goddess? Let me just. I'll know how many I'm gonna pull in a minute. Okay, boom. Okay, we're gonna start with that one. I don't even know who she is yet. Let me see, who is she? Oh, Queen Nandi. Oh, is she beautiful? Oh my goddess. I love Queen Nandi so much. 35. Okay. She's of the Zulu people. Okay. South Africa in the house. Queen Nandi was the mother of warrior king Shaka Zulu. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant and her belly resulted from an Shaka beetle sting. But Nandi knew her son would be great before he was born. You already know. Okay, here's her guidance. You already know because she's about intuition. You already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. And I will say, Scorpio is about trust. And I do believe this is about trusting your intuition and guidance. So, what is your guidance telling you? Put your hand over your third eye, center of your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? If I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your first instinct. The creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down. Go for a walking meditation. Be present with nature and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, see, and sense your guidance. And so, what we want to declare at this new moon is I am knowing. I love that. Thank you, Queen Nandi. I believe that seeing all this feminine energy in this moon, that so much of it is about women really standing in their power. And yeah. Okay. I think that's all I have. All righty. Well, I think that's all I have this morning. Thank y'all so much for being here. Whoo, let me take a sip of my my little Jamba Juice. No, it's water. It's not Jamba Juice. So what are your takeaways? What are your takeaways? What are your takeaways? I just want to, we're going to close out bringing in the goddess warrior. Warrior goddess, strong and true, revealing your strength and your love too. You came to us, goddess, when you were called, Oya's energy felt by all. We thank you for your lessons of courage and truth, the sword you placed in our hands when we sought to know you. The energy that transforms us, after all, is cut away. The knowledge and comfort that the goddess doesn't stray. Within us, we'll cherish that portion of you. Receive our thanks, Oya, and we bid thee adieu. Hail and farewell, Oya Yansa. Hail and farewell, Oya Yansa. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, to. Yeah, I just want to make sure we called in the energy of Oya, and I just want to make sure that we sealed up that circle. But yeah, I want to know, what are your takeaways? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you all. Okay, let's see here. Reading. Surrender control. Remain expansive is what I got. I love that. This one was intense. It was. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I feel encouraged by the oracle reading. And just a reminder, as I continue to read everybody's takeaways, I have 4 mini readings open. If you need a mini reading because the time is so intense, I'll look specifically at your chart. I'll look at what this new moon means for you. And a lot of times I just kind of look to see, is there what is really standing out in your chart, if anything is standing out. And if nothing is standing out, then I'll let you know, this is pretty much what you're focused on right now. This is the focus of, this is your mission for the next year, maybe. So let me see here. Why did that not go through? Let me try this again. For some reason, it didn't go through. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, there's a link if you would like to get a mini reading. Okay. Oh, it did post. I don't know why it said it didn't post. Okay. Let's see here. Still learning to really remain present and grounded, but also receptive. I love that. That's very, in my mind, feminine. I am taking away true, unfiltered guidance from a sister who is a blessing in my life. Oh, thank you. You're a blessing in my life, sis. And sign up for her newsletter. It is full of greatness. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I need to get the newsletter out for this week. And yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm still just kind of like taking in this new moon. It's like, wow, this is a lot. This is a lot. Nice, nice, nice. Shaka's history is being challenged lately. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, I am going to go on ahead and turn on us a little music. Thank you all again so much for being here. Hold on one second. I'm taking away wisdom and grace. Thank you so much, Ed. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So yes, let's see here. What else do I have? At the very least, I'll be here next week. I'll put out the video about the astrology for November. And I will get that sign up for those of you who want to get your a.k.a.s. I'll get that sign up. And it'll for sure be in my email, my newsletter. Yeah, I'll have to see. I know I'll put it in the newsletter. I'll put it inside of the Inspired Goddess community and Mighty Networks. I don't know if I'm gonna just put it out there for everybody. I like to feel connected to people before I take them through stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. Minister Ocean, Kimmy. Oh yeah, let's stitch out. I'm Tyra, and I am taking away connection, community, and a healing balm that I so needed. I'm Ocean Kimmy, and I'm taking away clarity and confirmation for what I am doing. Love it. Love you all. Stay strong in your beautiful, feminine, divine sisters. Yes, you are so welcome. Thank you. Yes, please like and share. Oh, thank y'all so much. I never thought I wasn't gonna come back. I didn't think I would be gone for so long from these live streams, but being back here is like, feels so good to be back here with you all. So thank you. I am Shannon, and I take away strength. Love it. Thank y'all. Love y'all so much. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go out kind of chill today, y'all. I gotta go teach some kids Afro beats. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think this is the one. No, this one right here. This one that was fast, I think. Let's see. Hey. 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 Y'all dancing out there. Love y'all. Oh.